But anyways, so we're gonna do another bust down. Um, just drop charts in the chat. You guys already know what's up. But pretty much we're gonna be trading news and stuff like that. You were looking at a lot of USD news in the morning, and then oh my bad, Wednesday. Sorry about that. We're looking at GBP news right here, and then we're looking at USD news. So I'll mark up some GBP pairs, and we'll also look at the dollar. For the dollar, I already have stuff going down, but we can start with we'll start with some cross pairs just because those are the ones that's going to be doing numbers later tonight. So I'm not even going to do GCAD. I'm going to do the ones I do first. So there we go. So with this pair right here, okay, cool. So with this pair right here, guys, pretty much still in our sell. We're almost halfway to our TP. From where we sold it, I think it was a great line. We're up 150. So as far as like TP, where this thing's gonna go, I do see the final push down for this GBP pair. To here.
Yo, turn your audio on.
I don't see his mic muted. I don't know.
Can y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
he might not have hit his
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I don't think we can hear him. Can't hear you, Ruben.
He's trying to kind of GA. I caught the my entry on GA.
There's gonna be news tonight for GBP.
Yeah, on at like an hour or so into London, like an hour and a half into London.
Yeah. What?
But I caught this GBP at. I think I told people to sell here at 82.20.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I had to go find the mic, man. My Mac stopped working. 100%. Sorry about that.
I called a sell limit at 82.20. Rolled that thing down for like 100 and something pips, 130.
Hey, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ruben.
Yeah.
We busting down tonight.
So my bad. We're gonna actually get started. I'm gonna mute everybody, so you can toss yourself in the chat, or if you guys got questions, unmute yourself. I'm just doing that for all the background noise, So just talk if you want, of course. But alrighty, guys. Now, like I was saying, we had GBP news that we're going to be checking out, and then later in the morning we have USD news, and then NZD news again in the afternoon. So what I was saying is, looking at GBP pairs first, what I want to tell you guys is what I'm saying with this one right here is I think that we're going to get this retracement up, right? There's going to be a pullback opportunity, and then we're going to get this thing going down. So pretty much what I'm saying is that if we look at this and we check it out, the last point we could check out is right there, right here, and also right there. So we can see these 3 points right here. And then also, we can see all of this right here is pretty much a support, a resistance zone, excuse me. So another thing too, I've been talking to you guys about key levels, and I've also been talking to you guys about moving averages. So with the moving average, right, we can see that the moving average is pretty much being a resistance line for price that's going in its down direction, right, guys? So seeing that, like I said, obviously this is a downward movement. The buy, you guys could try to like scalp it. Me personally, I would not. You know, it's a cool 20 pips, maybe 60 pips up, so maybe another 30 pips or so. But I would definitely wait for the sell opportunity again. But like I was saying, if we put a line right here, you know, this is definitely where I would say for like a retest. So that's at like 1.816, or, you know, pretty much just like look for that reentry tonight on GBP AUD. That's that pair. And then pretty much, like I said, we're still in the sell. So if anybody's in that sell with me, you know, hold for the total TP of 235 pips. You know, we out here bringing the chicken home for the family. So that's GBP AUD, GBP NZD. So TP2 got smashed. The bottom of my fib actually got smashed. So even with something like this, what we have with all of this is we're pretty much just seeing like prices bottomed out. And so we could delete, I'm gonna keep that up for a little bit. But pretty much prices hit the same spot. Boom, boom. And then the last resistance, or the last support spot it has, my bad, is right here. Yo, what's up? Yeah, bro, hop on it. Nah, my bad about that. I had my bro call me about the call. So like I was saying, guys, you know, we have it hit there. The last support spot is down here. And so one thing that we see is that I drew my fib up here. Right here, this is 0% of a move. This is 100% of a move. So what we're expecting is now we're looking to see how is this thing coming back to complete the move, right? Because a fib is used to catch the retracement, right? Back to the 0%. So now that we have that, you know, we could start seeing, you know, maybe we can start looking for buy opportunities around, you know, even somewhere like right here, or, you know, you might have to wait to see down here. It just depends what's going to happen with news. You know, I'm expecting news to continue to be bearish, or hawkish is the word. I mean, my bad, dovish. Dovish is the word for bearish, and hawkish is a word for bullish news. So y'all could understand that when you're looking at Forex Factory. So like I was saying, you know, this pair looks like it's still probably going to be going down. Just because, like I said, I do see GBP pairs going down. You know, we might get might be like a little stop hunt or something, kind of like how there is right there. And then that would just happen over here, you know, same spot right there, same spot right here. So all of these GBP pairs, look for these sells to happen. Just pretty much look for like just clean entries, you know, don't force it to happen. Just definitely look at what happens in the market. Another tool too, you know, Forex Factory, I already had it up. So pretty much, you know, just look at these numbers right here, how it says the actual, previous, and the forecast. You know, if it's just this number, so if the forecast 1.9%, let me backtrack. You know, the previous month, so January 13th, GBP had the news release and their number was 2.1%. So what they're expecting is this number to be lower. So if it's higher, you know, it's going to be bad. If it's lower, you get what I'm saying? Then that's how the news works. You could just click on the folder and then, you know, it'll tell you right there. So news is always something you guys got to be aware of. If you guys weren't aware that there was news earlier, you know, for example, that sell could have probably blown your account. I had seen some people buying GBP NZD earlier today. So rest in peace, their accounts. But with GBP pairs, that's pretty much it for all I'm looking at. Going to the dollar now with this right here, pretty much all I'm seeing is the dollar is trying to find some support. So with the dollar trying to find some support, I'm looking for it to come into my little rectangle box. which is also a 0.5 on my fib. So with that right there, you know, basically just seeing what it did here, right? Same spot there and there. Price came down. It hit the yellow line, came down all the way to the box, and then it went up, and then it broke it. Came to the box, came up, came down. So what I'm looking for is come to the box, come up, come down. I want to pretty much see the same thing just because, you know, like that pattern. Another thing too is if we check it out, right, we could be at the same head and shoulder spot. So that's definitely what we could see right there. You know, we could even have a retest like that. You know, it just depends, right? We got to see what happens with the 50 MA as price comes near it again. Other than that, you know, we just definitely got to see how news plays out and everything else. The dollar's going to be the Wild West this week now that GBP pairs already did their thing. So for the moment, you know, like I said, I'm looking for USD pairs to be falling. So if we go to something like UCAD, one thing I want to see on UCAD is I want to see UCAD continue to fall. I definitely want to see a test, if anything, for sure, my 236. So, you know, even something like there, this would be a good little spot for it. You know, you have these multiple levels that prices at there, and there, you know, for price to come to, you know, if we made lines all across the screen. I'll do it for the one time. But so, you know, price could come to the box or both of those yellow lines, or it could even come to the 0 on our fib. But yeah, that's that with price. So, you know, like I said, I'm looking for the dollar to continue to be bearish. So we could probably start looking for these sell setups to happen with USDCAD. For sure, you know, I think price is going to come down to our 382. So from where it's at, for sure, another 20 pips, you know, for sure, another 40 pips. You know, TP would be right here, about 80 pips. So that's what I'll be looking for UCAD. You know, setups not really that clear right now. Definitely, guys, what I'm looking for is, so whenever you're going from like an uptrend to, like when you're going from top to bottom, like from here all the way to the bottom, right? You look for a M, then you look for a peak, and then you look for a W, right? So we got the M. What I'm looking for, stop hunt, and then we'll be at the bottom of the trend. So right now, I'm looking for the sell limit that I could put into this pair. So my sell limit is probably going to be somewhere around my 0.05, which is my like 1.322. So that's probably what I would look for, around probably like a sell limit. You know, this pair's already been falling, so it's kind of like I wouldn't chase it unless I had seen a clean entry point into this trade. You know, definitely another thing we can see too is that both of the MAs are now on top of price. So that's also something very important to look at as well. And so that's what we got for that. Let me look and see if I see any other setups. You know, USDJPY, I don't really see nothing too much as far as like anything. So I'm waiting on all of those. EJ, it's still setting up. You know, later in the week, I'll probably talk in the group chat about it. Looking forward to hit that 886. So really pretty much looking at UCAD over everything right now. CAD JPY looks like it's getting ready to sell. It's probably going to hit I'm waiting for price to probably come up there before, you know, I sell it. And if it does end up going up that way, you know, that's a clean TP 123, clean 36, 54. So also, you know, I think we do have European news. Oh, no, we don't. Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so that's what we got right there with that. Euro USD is looking like it's going to make a head and shoulders, guys. So literally, right, we can see boom, boom, boom. So I'm pretty much looking for it to come up a little bit more, maybe to like the 1.355 area probably for price for for Euro USD. You know, I'll probably drop some of these markups later in the chat as I see price continue to develop. But yeah, so Euro USD, you know, like I said, I want to see the dollar fall. So since the dollar is going to fall, you know, we could see price continue to go up just for a little bit. You know, one tool we could use is a FOREX heat map. And so with the FOREX heat map, what it does is it tells you which currencies are stronger than which ones. You know, you got all your exotics and stuff like that, or you got your normal pairs. So if we look at Europe, we see that the USD is a little bit stronger than it. So with these two currency pairs, you can't say that one is going to necessarily has a pull over the other. So, you know, they're right at what it says, 1.2%, you know, nothing crazy. So pretty much with this pair, you know, we might see some technicals play out as far as this head and shoulders, right? Price is looking like it's on an uptrend right now. So, you know, we might get that touch, we might get the retest, and then, you know, we might try to get that break even over our 200 moving average as well. So that's something that we could see right there for Euro USD. So, you know, like I was saying, probably around 1.355. Yeah. Yeah, probably around there. You know, I'll probably send out a buy later. If we waited to 1.355, your TP would only be like 20 pips. Max would be 35 pips. And that's, you know, I'll probably keep my TP at 20 pips. And then see your TP, you'd be fine. And then you could probably get another entry, probably like around there for, you know, your trade. Or if it even comes up to something like that, you know, you could get a sell there. Like I said, you could probably get that sell there. So we could see some easy setups for this pair, especially if the dollar continues to drop like how, you know, I want it to.
Hey Ruben, you mind going over like your EMAs, like the numbers and whatnot, like the periods and everything? I think I missed that.
Okay, I got you. So what I use, so pretty much both of these, so you got to go to your indicators and then just all the way down moving average and then make both of them exponential. I'm just trying something, having one of them not be exponential. But so go moving average exponential and then just inputs. That's it. Just 200, and then I make my lines thicker. So one is a 200 and I keep it close. Then the other one is just a 50. And so, like I said, keep them both as the exponential moving average, but pretty much, so Giovanni, with what you were saying as far as like price under and price over, it's with any indicator you use, bro, it's not necessarily specifically like do this, do that. You get what I'm saying? Like an indicator is an extra confirmation. So don't look at a moving average as far as like, okay, bet if price is under, I'm going to buy. Like you could use it as a confirmation just to kind of see like what price is doing. Like, for example, if we look at this red line, right, what we're seeing is that with this red line, it's nothing but support. I mean, it's nothing but resistance. So we could see that, you know, we had a touch, rejection, another rejection, right? We had another rejection right there. We had another rejection of price, and then look what happened. Price finally broke through it. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for another rejection, which would validate the head and shoulder pattern. So do you get what I'm saying? It's like you have to imagine you're Batman, bro. You got hella tools, and they all help you do the same thing, bro. So use your moving averages like that to kind of just to confirm trend movements. You know, another thing too that we could talk about, I don't want to really get into right now, I'll probably make a YouTube video about it, is just moving averages as far as like when they cross and stuff like that. You know, I've talked about it a couple of times already. And so, you know, it's all of that stuff's very important, you know, especially like the next time it crosses, probably around there, probably be like a huge up move or something. But, you know, moving averages, just put them on your chart and then do just back testing, bro. Just do a lot of like putting in that work for yourself, and then you'll be able just to see how you yourself look at these charts with the moving averages. But like I said, 200 and the 50, I keep them close. So GBPUSD, I mean, this pair has been a sell high key. You know, we can see right here, it was probably the pullback. It's probably going to sell. So obviously, I'm probably saying sell right now. Yeah, that's a fat TP. I mean, stop loss. Okay, I would definitely wait. Don't, because look, so if we pull out our chart, you know, we got our handy dandy RSI telling us that, you know, something isn't really right with price right now. You know, we have our thing heading into the oversold direction, but we also have, you know, the downtrend direction. So with this right here, you know, pretty much we got a lot of things telling us that this thing's probably going to go down. So we could probably see, you know, a stop hunt, like I said, you know, because it is GBP pairs. You could probably see that stop hunt, right? Because they're right here, because they're right here, because of all of this right here. You know, they probably would do that. And then also another thing too about this pair is that what it's probably doing is, look, well, nah, it touched, and then, you know, the next spot was like there, and then right here. So definitely, do you get what I'm saying? It has like, oh my bad, I'm tripping, I was drawing the wrong thing. So here to here, right? And then like this was support and resistance, and then we see price. I'm messing up how I'm trying to draw this, my bad, guys. Okay, what I'm saying is that, so with price, definitely we could see it come back to there. Then we could maybe see something like this, just like with exactly what happened right here. This is what I'm saying. I definitely see something like that. So literally, guys, back testing is something that's super easy to do. I mean, we can see all of these wicks all coming towards this line. So like I said, you know, probably look for that stop hunt. I'm assuming it's probably going to happen with GBP before that re-entry point. Gold cup call to buy. Yeah, sell it. So yeah, like I was saying, so the buy opportunity is what I was just saying. It could be a stop hunt. So yeah, my stop hunt is their buy. So, you know, either way, you know, 30 pips, 50 pips, 60 pips, I could see that buy happen. So it'd be a good buy setup. Like I said, the thing is that, so the thing is, bro, is like, you can buy this pair. Like, there's nothing wrong with buying it. But at the same time, bro, wise words from Basics 2 of the Academy with Daisy Duncan. I mean, if you were to ask me what was going on with this chart, I would say this thing is in a downwards direction. So I would not necessarily be looking for buys. Yes, you can buy it, but if this thing's in a downtrend, my lunch money in the Forex market is not going to move the trend of the charts. So, you know, like, yeah, you can look for buys, nothing wrong with buys, but I'm looking for sells because it is a downtrend market. So, you know, Gold Cup might help you catch some pips. But yeah, so I mean, you could buy it, bro. Like I said, it's a good buy. I see the buy setup happening. AUDUSD, guys, literally, I got it going up to this box right here. Let me tell you guys what coordinates this box is, and then once I finish with this, I'm gonna let my bro D Curry, the Forex master himself, hop on here, and then he's gonna go over a couple charts, and then we're pretty much gonna wrap this thing up. But pretty much, guys, I got this thing going box to box. You know, we could look over to our left, we see price consolidating, messing around, and then we see price comes up to the box, right? So we could definitely see something like that. 716. Let me write that out for you guys. 0.7165. So this is my little box right here as far as the TP goes. So, you know, I would probably be looking to buy AUDUSD. You know, it's looking pretty good right now. You know, once again, I do say, like, I'm thinking that the dollar is going to be bearish. So with that in itself, you know, we could probably check that out. Definitely wait for a pullback because look, we got the W. So now we're waiting for a V. We're going to get that other V and it'll be at the top and then we'll get the M. You guys know how all of that works. But so we got that W. Now I'm waiting for the pullback. Pullback is probably going to happen at 7120. So I'm probably going to have a a buy limit right here. You know, if you did have a buy limit at 712, your stop loss is either 5 pips or you could hold it for 30 all the way to the very bottom of that. So your stop loss could cover this right here and then you'll be fine. Or, you know, me, I probably have no stop loss because that's how I be rocking on some of my trades now. I don't really be using stop losses because you could just wait and you could you know, just have a better entry. So AUDUSD, this is what I'm seeing. Other than that, yeah, gold's going up, gold's going to the moon, gold's gonna probably come back up to there. So look for that gold. Other than that, my bro Curry, let me make you a host. And then bet, bro.
Yeah. Appreciate it. I'm gonna just go ahead and yep. You get me on here. Definitely drop nuggets right there. I'm glad you went over that AUD last because basically, as you see right here, what I have charted up and I just called it out for my exclusive group is Euro AUD. Not too fond of the USD pairs this week. They be playing, you know. So I've been going a lot with the cross pairs here. My MAs, there's a little couple things that I do that's different. We only got like 8 minutes left on this. I can't go over it too much here, but I will go over, you know, call myself Steph Curry with the fibs, you know, because I love using the fibs to get sniper entries. My thing is getting you guys entries with as little drawdown as possible. So you guys see a whole lot of blue and less red, even though I really rather have it the other way, but that's another story. But what I see here is usually when we get a new high point, if you see here, basically this is like that last previous high here, bang, we made a new significant high. Please don't draw on the screen. From there, what I do is I'll go and from that top wick there, I'll go and grab that, start my fib there. You guys see my settings is a little different. Actually, they're pretty plain right now. I just changed them a little bit. But what I like to see here is, bam, I'll go from the top here, because you know it's getting ready for a sale. So I'll go from the top here to that next significant low here. So as you see, like there. So what I like to look for is look for price to come down all the way to my 50, right? So I like it to come all the way down and hit my 50, right? And then it's gonna bounce off here, and I'll go look for, you know, a resistance zone, because these golden levels is where I want to see my entries at. So what I look for on my support and resistance, if you guys see here, is bounces off the top and the bottom. Support and resistance is not just a line, it's actually like a zone, a price like 10 to 20 so zone. If you guys can see here on this one, like bam, you can see that a lot of times the more touches, the better the zone is. A lot of times it bounces off the bottom. Here you can see it come tested it as resistance. And even if I scroll back in time, it will always keep bouncing off the top here, kind of being a resistance here. And I mean, I can just keep coming back. I like to look back in time and see how the zone is getting respected here as resistance, and you can just see. So that lets you know, that's a confirmation that you guys have a really good support and resistance zone. So I do want to get a sniper entry right here. I like executing right in between the 78.6 and 71. So I like to get right in between there. That's probably it's probably not going to close here, but I might get a nice little wick up and put me in the trade drawdown. But it could here, because it was just, I was showing you guys that that's the resistance right here, and then start to go down here. So from here, once I would get in, my first zone that I would be looking for to take TP at is a 38.2. And if you guys got in right there, you guys see 38.2. That's 100 pips right there. Usually when I send out my signals, I'll break it down into 25, 50, 80, and 100 pips. So obviously, like my last TP4 would be right here. But for me, I would be holding the trade because I expect it usually to come down here. If I could show you guys, I'll try to go back in time and back test the strategy and show you guys a little bit like how it works. Okay, so like kind of like right here, you see that we got like a new low. So I'll take this away, gotta move kind of quick. Bring out my fib here. I'll go from the low here and go. I could go right here, but I'm gonna just go right here to my next previous high. So like how I said, I like to see price come up. Bam, when it hits the 50, it lets me know, you know, to put in my buy limits here, somewhere in between these golden zones here. Like to use my 1 here as my stop loss, like, you know, usually like 50 pips or so, or say like my max stop loss or whatever, give or take. If you guys see, so bam here, I would have probably, just because I see a lot of bounces here and bounce off the bottom, I'd have probably got in closer to 79, or like how I said, right here in between here. So you guys get somewhere right in between here. When it obviously hit to the 38.2, it came back down. It'll put you in the buy limit. You know, like I said, I'm not sure exactly how many. Looks like it might have went 50 pips or so. I don't know. But might have to deal with a little drawdown here. Like I said, you want to look back and find that good support to find an entry. And of course, right after that, you see it shot up. So from here, definitely, you know, TP1 necessarily wouldn't be TP1, but where I'm looking at to go, 38.2, 100 pip, 100 plus pips, 150, 38.2, and then to the 0. So over 200 pips right there, just off that simple strategy. I like, obviously you can see the double bottom forming here. I like to show market patterns and a lot of other things too, just for confirmations. Another confirmation I use on my EMAs, I use one, the blue one you see is the exponential moving average. I got it at 8 setting, and a simple moving average, I got a red one at 21. And my strategy is red over blue, it means sell, blue over red is a buy. So as you guys see here, obviously right here when it crossed over, you're being a sell until they cross back over. Right here, they crossed back over, but obviously we would have been looking for a buy. So obviously they cross here, must have been some good news right here, I think last week or so. And like how I said, you could stay into the buy until they cross back over here, which is very close to my TP that's right here. So as you guys can see, back testing here, not simply using that as another confirmation, but you see the red over blue, we're selling. We're going to stay in until they crossed over right here. So if you got in here, here to here, you know, once it came back up, bam, crossed over again, you stay in. Red still over the blue, stay in, because a lot of people might have got out like here. You could have got out because it tested that resistance, but then it still dropped as well. So like how I said, right now I'm looking for EA to come up a little bit, come hit one of these zones here, and then start going down. The back test that I showed you guys. Another confirmation on RSI for me knowing that Euro AUD is gonna go up. It may go up a little bit, but if you see right here, it's really oversold. You can see it's at like 32. So, you know, I see it coming up some the next few hours to London, and then, you know, bringing it back down. And there's one more minute left. Big thing that helps too with me, if you guys don't have my FX book downloaded, you want to download my FX book, and like I'll try to go to it as fast as I can and go look at the community outlook on Euro AUD, right? So 73% of people in the market are shorting Euro AUD, and 27% are long. The market doesn't want to give out money, even though this is a downtrend. You guys can see the market does not want to give out money to 73% of people. You know, that's going to pay out too much. They rather give it to the 27% of people. So it's going to bring the market up to take out stop losses, to scare people about reversals. But as you probably see here, it's probably going to make this M and come down. So it wants to hit a couple stop losses, get people thinking it's going long. So therefore, once it evens out a little bit more, it's going to bring it down. And that's pretty much it, because the Zoom call is going to end. I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time. Hopefully this helped you guys.